Welcome back to Newswatch 10. I'm Jeremy Babin, and we're talking sports. A trip to the Georgia Dome was a goal of Calhoun's before the season started. And while getting there is something the seniors did as freshmen 3 years ago, winning it all hasn't been done in Yellow Jacket Nation in 56 years. And just like 3 years ago, it was a big showing, a big turnout for all the Calhounians around. Jackets hoping to bring home their first state championship since 1952. And head coach Hal Lamb, he's led his team to 12 wins, looking for one more. But early on, it was all about the seniors who started their careers here 3 years ago. They finished their careers here 3 years later. But it was Buford who actually made the statement early with 11:46 to go in the game. Michael Johnson's second pass of the game is picked off by Jakar Bridges, 1st and 10 Wolves. Then on 3rd and 10, it's Buford's Cody Getz. He finds a hole and goes 21 yards downfield for a touchdown. That would make it a 7-0 game. But the Yellow Jackets would shake that off rather quickly, capping a 47-yard drive with this 27-yard touchdown pass from Johnson to Derek Ramsey. And we're tied at 7. 7:12 now to go in the second quarter, and Buford's Cody Marks marches in 8 yards for a touchdown. That would make it a 14-7 Buford lead. But with less than 2 minutes to go in the game, Calhoun comes right back, hits Dustin Christian for a touchdown, and we're tied at 14. Down 2 touchdowns now with 9:06 to play in the third. Dustin Christian sprints out 55 yards all the way, tripped, but in the end zone for a touchdown, and it's a 7-point game. Buford would score on their next drive, and it looks like Calhoun's going to return the favor as Johnson hits Rhett McGowan. He is in for a touchdown, but hang on a second. There's going to be a holding penalty. It's going to bring this back. Hal Lamb's not going to be happy about that. And he's not going to be happy about this. On the next play, it was Johnson. He throws an interception to Jeffrey Gazaway, and he takes it into midfield. He takes the ball and some momentum with him, because that would lead to this. With 6:54 to go in the game, Buford's Getz finishes where he left off. 35-yard touchdown run. That would make it a 45-21 game, and Calhoun would go on to lose this game 45-21, and the seniors, they walk off for the last time. Well, not how they had hoped it would happen, but what a season it's been for the Yellow Jackets, who lost their first 2 of their first 3 games and then went on and nearly took the whole thing. And they were presented the second-place trophy, but they're champions in Calhoun's heart.
When you sit down and look at this season, after you get over the hurt of this game, it's been a remarkable season, and great group of kids and great support from our community. I can't say enough about people up, there was a large crowd from Calhoun, and we really appreciate it. It was a great experience for our underclassmen to come here and play for a state championship, and that's our goal every year, to play, win a state championship. And I told them we're just going to keep trying, and one day we're going to get that ring. It may be next year, maybe the year after, but one day we're going to get it. And they just got to work hard. And I wanted them to look at all the seniors and the tears that they were shedding, and work hard in the weight room for them, because that's what it's about.
It was such a great experience. I mean, at the beginning of the year, everybody was saying when Calhoun's are down here, and we found a way to pull together and make a run this year.
It's been great. I mean, all year we worked hard through the off season. We had a rough start, and we just worked hard and believed.
It's been the greatest year of my life. I mean, last year I started and I get to come back and play with all my teammates again. It's been awesome. We had a lot of adversity and really came together throughout the year.
Now on to basketball, where there was one heck of a game played at Dalton High School Saturday afternoon. It was a back-and-forth type of game for the Dalton and Murray boys. But we'll get to that in just a few seconds, as we'll start with the ladies. And ladies looking for their first region win, and that's Dalton Northwest, or Dalton, and Emily Broadwood tacks on 2 more for career-high 29 points. She also had 10 rebounds. Fourth quarter, it's Markeisha Washington with a lay-in. Dalton girls smash Murray 62-39. Now on to the boys, and here's the Indians fans. And what a night Garrick Sanford had. Here he's going to float in the jumper, plenty more where that came from early. Final seconds now of the third. Dalton down 4, and Shaquan Moore nails the 3 ball. He had 23. Dalton down by 1. Early in the fourth quarter, did we mention Garrick Sanford? You bet we did. He was hitting threes all night long. He finished with 26. Murray up 51-48, but Dalton now closing in. Saz Cole, his first lead in a while for Dalton. This makes it a 52-51 game. Only 2 to play now. And the Indians down by 3, needing a 3. Oh yeah, it's Chase Sanford. It's the Sanford Sun Show. It's all tied at 55 apiece. 5 seconds to play. Game tied at 59. Garrick for the win, almost. And we're going into overtime. And now in OT, oh no, it's more Garrick Sanford, right? You bet. Bad idea to leave this guy open. 63-60 with 2 minutes to play. Now with 1 minute to play, David White. He cuts the deficit to 1 point, 65-64 Indians. And here is your ball game. Dalton down by 3 off the missed free throw. Shaquan has 2 seconds to shoot, doesn't get it off in time, and Murray County goes on to win 70-67. The Indians are 6-1. Dalton falls to 1-3, and here's the hero.
It's huge, just saying, just because our football team now, not mean our basketball in. And we, like I said, we ain't won here in 3 years, and that's all I've heard all preseason is how Dalton's going to be, and it feels good beating them. This puts us up 3-0 in the region going into the break, and it's just a huge momentum shift going in there. I mean, it's huge.
Although it was one busy weekend of high school sports, we can't forget about Northwest and Southeast, who each had games respectively at home on Friday night. And we'll go to Bruin Nation first, as Northwest was looking for their first region win after losing to Sequoia the other night. First quarter, it's Bryce Martin. He does it all the time, the drive and the pop. 11-7 Bruins. He finished with 4 points. Later, it's Alex Thames. He's open, and he pops the tray. 15-7 Bruins. Then the Bruin Nifty with a passing game. Delic hits the cutting Baker Shitterston, and he finished with 12 points. Bruins pulling away. Second quarter, not even close. Thames is good from deep again. Count it. Bruins, they roll easy, 69-52, and get their first region win. Now let's go to Southeast Whitfield now. The Raiders taking on Cartersville. The Raiders keeping it tight early. Tayshawn Bonds in the corner. He drains it, 7-7 the score. Then off the inbound steal by Zach Harper. He plays give and go with Trey Pierce, and he finishes game tied at 9. More Raider D. Bradley Grant. He's going to steal, and he's going to go coast to coast all the way in for the hole. But the Raiders would fall, losing 59-53. And Bolton Calvin, one other note, the 2009 Arena football season has been canceled. Georgia Force not going to have a season this year, unfortunately.
No arena football.
No arena football.
Oh, we do.
I might miss that as much as I miss the WNBA.
Hey, you're not supposed to say that.
All right.
All right, let's turn to Cedric for some hopefully good weather.
Well, I guess I got bad news on that front, too. Looks like we're going to see more rain moving in.